There's a tragedy that we remember every year, and I think you probably know what date I'm talking about. All right, it's April 15th, and it's tax day. And my personal tragedy is the 1040, and if you brought yours, you can follow along. And for those of you listening on iTunes, you should pause right now and then go get yours. Okay, now we're back. So, taxes are the story of your year, and I did my taxes, and I really wasn't happy how my tax story ended. The first draft really didn't come together nicely, the last couple of lines. There wasn't a real happy ending. So I rewrote my tax story, and this final version, I think, is a lot more happily ever after, I think. So here's how the story starts with the introduction, the main character, named Robert Mack, all right, Moy, and social security number, nice try, address, www.robertmack.com. Now we're in the second section. Filing status, I'm married, sorry ladies and confused boys. But if you want some Robert Maction in the back section, you're a little bit late. Her name is Sarah, but I just call her Hun because it's short for Attila. And she calls me Sex Machine because when I have sex, I'm like a machine. I'm just cold and emotionless and very mechanical. Warning, warning, you'll be sore in the morning. But I get the job done in half the time it takes a man. And then if you know anything about Greek stories, the ancient Greeks said that the main hero had to face challenges and obstacles, or as the Greeks called them, obstacles. And so, have you been to Greece, ma'am? No, it's nothing like the musical, I'll tell you that. So the first obstacle is line 7, wages, salaries, tips, etc. $1,967.75. Thank you, Comedy Central. And then we come down to line 12, business expense, and that's when we cut over to the Schedule C, because this is technically a business. And here's a little a tip for you. If you're out with some friends right now and you're complaining about the boss, that's a business meeting, and you can write this whole thing off. It's all in the wrist. So the top here, line A, profession, principal, business, or profession. I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm really good. Okay? I speak to people, and within 5 minutes, they're on their feet, motivated out of the building to do something better with their lives. Sometimes they're even running. That's how good I am, all right? And the longer people spend around me, the better they feel about themselves. I motivate people to do good things, and I wean them off of their bad habits. I'm a huge wiener. You can go online, Google up huge wiener, and tell me what you see. All right, part 1, gross receipts, $10,700. Line 5, line 6, other income, $705. I sold a lot of mistletoe belt buckles last year. That's what happened. It's a belt buckle made out of mistletoe. Because every day is Christmas when you have mistletoe belt buckle. Sure beats that nutcracker. Nutcracker. It's nothing like the musical. You got to pay attention, man. And that happens a lot. I'll be doing my lectures, and sometimes my great ideas are so high over people's heads, I'll actually see them roll their eyes upward to try to see my thoughts as they escape around their grasp of understanding. So here we go. Part 2, expenses. This is the part where you get to use your creative writing skills. So the people who are complaining about the boss, business expense, office expense, line 18. Repairs and maintenance, supplies, meals and entertainment. You can write all of that junk down there, and the total expenses were $8,900, right? So you subtract the tentative profit. So my net profit is $2,400 for the business. That goes right here, back on the front side of the 1040, and you add that all up. Adjusted gross income, $4,217, and it's pretty gross. The middle. That's not the end, that's just the middle. Then we go to the backside and the story really starts to pick up. This is when all the loose ends of the story come together. So you've got your adjusted gross income, $42.17. Standard deduction, $42.50. That's another tax tip for you guys. Make less than the standard deduction. And the IRS really won't care when you turn your paperwork in, because you're below their tax radar. You're like a tax zombie. Now we have a couple, you have to listen very carefully to these couple of lines here. Self-employment tax, $342.12. These are my total payments, $343.25. So I overpaid by a little. Here's the end of the story. This is the next to last line, and it's my second favorite line of the story, line 65. This is the amount you overpaid, $1.13. And then next line, my favorite. What is the amount of line 65 you want refunded to you? Doi, all of it, $1.13. Okay? And here's the kicker, all right? I'm not fumbling with stamps and deposit slips. That's direct deposit. That goes directly into the checking account. And my friends were quite jealous. They're like, what are you going to do with this sudden windfall of $1.13? And I said, well, there's a burrito that I've been looking at for quite a while. Or two tacos. I like the burritos. And that's what I like about coming to San Francisco. Arizona has some good burritos, but they're not the same kind. They're the kind of the wet burrito, the fork and knife thing that you can't really grab. You have to come here, and that's when I come to town. I hear those my three favorite words when I walk into a burrito place, and I approach the barista, and she says, that's what I said, barista. And she says those three words, what kind of bean? And that's I know when I'm back in town. And you have to get a real burrito. I know there's burritos all over town. You go to the marina and get a arugula burrito. I don't even know what that is. Some of the places are a little too yuppified, like LL Bean burrito. You can't get a veggie burrito there. You have to get the portobello burrito, which are these condescending mushrooms that are marinated in white wine and then reduced with black beans and goat cheese and fresh cilantro. And then it's pureed and poured into a pastry bag and squirted into this organic hand-tossed whole wheat tortilla on top of the sun-dried tomato white wine butter sauce. On the sides, a mixed baby green salad, roasted pine nuts, and a red pepper vinaigrette with a blue corn polenta. And it's a Carolina shot. Delicioso. Just the way the Incas had their burritos.